Okay, this is my third video in the little series in response to Rennie DeVries's musing about liberty and today and our spirituality. So I was describing how libertarianism grew in France and became a very messy revolution because I think it didn't have the moral reformation or the moral guidelines, which actually France had eliminated by violence against the Huguenots. So the country entered into a reign of terror by these so-called libertarian revolutionists. They turned on each other because anyone who was in the way of their view of liberty became an enemy, and the country entered into a very dark season with some very disturbed leaders. To settle that down, Napoleon Bonaparte showed up on the scene. Not quite miraculously, I think. Not even serendipitously, I think. Because as he waged his campaigns from the position of the revolutionary government seeking to settle down disunity or disarray in France, and also to attack neighboring monarchies who were not keen on the revolution that they saw in France. Those monarchies were in a state of alarm, and as Napoleon went after one to the other, it's apparent that some of those leaders would entrust their finances for safekeeping to a certain banking family. And it was peculiar that that banking family was also funding Napoleon. And as that developed, neighboring monies was poured into this banking that funded all of these revolutions and battles, and subsequently fighting against England. And the whole continent of Europe was in uproar. And it wasn't until Napoleon was defeated by Wellington at the Battle of Waterloo that some settlement came in. But it was a peculiar settlement. It was like Europe had been turned into hamburger. The morality basis was gone. Everything was on rule of order and power. And bankers were holding the debts of everyone and ending up in powerful controls. And so the Rothschild family came in. And so you see three elements. You see the Rothschilds, the Masonic, and the Jesuits, who had all part to play in how Europe got shaped into what then really became a modern, pre-globalist kind of a system that they still haven't really recovered from, even though they went into so-called wars of liberation, which will be my next video.